This is the second phase of a personal injury claim, which is compiling medical records and drafting the demand. So this means if we're in this stage, this means that you're done treating and it's time for us to pick up the ball and do our job with the insurance company. Now, I'm going to warn you, compiling medical records is a hard and long process. Hospitals, for whatever reason, don't like to give up medical records, and so it does take us sometimes 30 to 60 days to compile all those. It really just depends on how cooperative the hospital is being. What we're going to ask you to do in this phase of the personal injury claim is to write a narrative. We want to know, in your words, how this has affected your life, and that's why we asked you to journal. So the narrative, you can write it down. We can set up a time for you to come into the office and videotape you, or you can send us an audio file. It really doesn't matter. We want to make sure it's easiest for you, but we want to know your story. We want to know how this injury affected your life, and we're going to use that narrative to compile the demand and send it to the insurance company so that they have an understanding of how this has affected your life. Once we have the medical records, we have your narrative, we compile the demand and we send it over to the insurance company. Now, there's precedent, which is a fancy way of saying that there's courts that have ruled that we need to give the insurance company about 30 days for them to review it. So we compile the demand, we send it over to the insurance company, and they have 30 days to review it to see what their settlement offer is going to be. Once we receive that settlement offer, we'll give you a call and discuss that offer. Make sure you understand the pros and cons to accepting the offer. There are very few instances where there's not pros and cons to that decision. And so we're going to advise you and educate you on those pros and cons. But at the end of the day, it'll be your decision whether or not to accept the settlement offer.